Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. India has always wanted to develop manufacturing and become a major manufacturing country and the next world manufacturing center. In 2014, it proposed the Make in India plan. Not only that, India also promotes foreign invested companies to locate their production lines in India by raising import tariffs. India has huge market potential and low labor prices. Coupled with India's preferential policies for the development of manufacturing, many foreign manufacturers indeed like to build factories in India, and Apple is one of them. Apple CEO Cook is very optimistic about the Indian market and has recently been trying to transfer Apple's assembly capacity to India. Cook overweights India. Well-known analyst Minkai Kuo said, Cook is overweighting the Indian market. Judging from the current news, the introduction of Apple's new product iPhone 17 will start in India in the second half of next year. This is also the first time that Apple has developed a new iPhone product outside the Chinese production line. Not only that, according to relevant statistics, in 2023, 12% to 14% of the world's iPhone products will be produced in India, and Apple also plans to put about 20% to 25% of iPhones in India in 2024. Production, 80% of which will be provided by Foxconn. Previously, Apple's co-founders Foxconn and Wistron had built factories in India to produce Apple-related products. However, at the beginning of this year, Wistron chose to withdraw from the Indian market. According to the latest news, India's Tata Group has acquired Wistron's production lines in India and has become India's local iPhone product manufacturer. It is not difficult to see from these news that Apple is indeed putting more assembly and foundry production capacity in India and wants to build India into the next iPhone production base. Previously, the vast majority of Apple's iPhone products were produced in mainland China, with Foxconn's industrial park in Zhengzhou undertaking more than half of iPhone production orders. Based on previous news released by Japanese media and dismantling agencies, the value of Chinese suppliers in the iPhone 15 accounted for 2%, which was more than doubled compared to the 4.5% decline in the iPhone 13 period. There is no doubt that Apple is in the process of de-Chinization, whether from the perspective of supply chain or assembly OEM. There are many considerations for Apple's choice. Some people in the industry believe that this is related to the Biden team's request for U.S. companies to decouple from China. It may also be that Huawei has been included in the entity list by the United States. After a complete supply cutoff, Apple is worried about its presence in the Chinese market. Was banned from sales, so it began to transfer production capacity. Some people in the industry believe that this is Apple's consideration of diversifying its supply chain. However, no matter what the reason is, it cannot change the fact that Apple is gradually transferring production capacity to India. At the same time, Foxconn, as Apple's core foundry, is also choosing to transfer production capacity to India in order to cooperate with Apple's actions and maintain orders from Apple. Is Foxconn going to give up on the mainland market? Not long ago, relevant Chinese authorities launched an investigation into Foxconn. Foxconn founder Terry Gou said, China's investigation into Foxconn is likely to affect employment, economic and technological development. Not only that, there is also news that Foxconn will implement a 5-day 8-hour work system in mainland China. This also means that Foxconn is reducing the number of employees and production capacity in mainland China. According to some insiders, Foxconn's factory in Longhua, Shenzhen no longer has many employees, and Foxconn is moving production lines from China. According to data forecasts, Foxconn's production scale in Zhengzhou and Taiyuan is expected to decrease by up to 45% and 85% in 2024. It is not difficult to see from this data and news that Foxconn is reducing its presence in the Chinese market as Apple increases its focus on the Indian market. This move was also considered by many to be a signal that it would abandon the mainland Chinese market. For mainland China, Foxconn's withdrawal is actually a short-term disadvantage, but a long-term advantage. After all, Foxconn has more than 1 million employees in mainland China, and Foxconn's withdrawal will indeed have a certain impact on Chinese employment in the short term. However, in the long term, China's manufacturing industry chain is well developed, with complete infrastructure and sufficient water and electricity supply, as well as excellent labor quality and low labor prices. The departure of Foxconn will inevitably promote the rapid development and rise of domestic OEMs, such as Luxshare Precision and BYD. Not only that, with the rapid development of local mobile phone manufacturers such as Huawei and Xiaomi, the increase in mobile phone shipments after seizing more market shares will inevitably drive the further development of domestic OEMs such as Luxshare Precision, and will also benefit Ofilm and Gertech. The rapid rise of domestic suppliers such as acoustics. To sum up, Apple entered the Chinese market and achieved success, but as geopolitical tensions between the United States and China escalated and technological competition intensified, Apple's industrial ties to China changed. Apple is accelerating its departure from the Chinese market and turning to the Indian market, but it faces challenges such as labor quality and infrastructure. Apple also faces competitive pressure from domestic manufacturers such as Huawei, and high prices do not necessarily translate into excellent quality or reputation amid fashionable and popular market trends. Therefore, Apple needs to re-examine its development trajectory and viability to remain competitive.